Well, look at this fancy little mount for the camera in the car. Day 3 of this daily video thing going on. Just off to get Bruce from his doggy daycare. Figured this is probably the easiest way to get these done, actually, just while I'm driving, so I spend a lot of time in the car. And actually I remembered the last time I had a camera mounted in the car when I had the restaurants, and it's definitely in the pandemic, and I was gonna like record a vlog, I guess, of like what it's like running a restaurant and stuff, especially in the pandemic. And I remember sitting outside the nursery, it just dropped Henry off, and put the camera up, turned it on, like just froze. Needless to say, I'm a bit more confident just chatting bollocks to myself with the camera pointed at me these days, so fingers crossed the light's all right. If not, I'm sure Premiere Pro will be able to fix that. It's magic. So yeah, I'm supposed to have had a day off today, just sort of chilling out, but I find that incredibly hard, and I always have. I have to kind of enforce it, which I didn't today. But I just always feel like there's always something to do. So I did the usual kind of nursery drop, although not nursery drop, but I dropped Bruce at doggy daycare, and then headed straight to the gym, get a workout done. I like to get my workouts in the morning, just because it makes me feel good for the day, and also just gets it done, and then I can focus on other things, because I tend to get carried away and then lose time. I'm knackered in the evenings, I just can't be arsed. So I then got home and then just planned out my day and did a load of work, but it's all good stuff and it's all productive. It's, you know, I'm not upset. Got a load of Facebook advert content done and an advert running to the Try Jan, so people can get free tasters when they buy a big bottle and more 2 small bottles. What else did I do? I've been working on a press release just before Christmas, so I finished that. Found a load of media outlets that I want to send that to, just to kind of spread the word. And then I've contacted a load of rum influencers on Instagram, see if they're open to collaborations. Last night I actually started compiling lists of bars and restaurants in like towns and cities that I think will be good. So my plan starting next week for the rest of the month really is just to get out there, take a load of products and just turn it up and see what happens. I used to get a 50-50 response from myself with these sorts of things. I met some of them, my best suppliers, through like cold outreach like that, just turning up. I also met some people that I've never heard from again because I didn't like it. So yeah, fingers crossed we'll get a couple. I've just got to put my big boy pants on, put the armour on, and not worry about being rejected, which, if you speak to my therapist, is a pretty big issue for me. So yeah, it's all good. I realised editing yesterday's video that I didn't mention that the environmental health turned up in the afternoon, which was fantastic. So just like the restaurants, I'm producing something to be consumed, so I've got to be doing it cleanly and healthily and safely. So he came out and it was quite laughable really, because he said that there's just nothing really to look at because it's all such low risk. The only problem is if people drink too much booze, but that's kind of out of my hands. But he was happy, it was nice and clean. I tend to operate clean, so it's all good. I've got old habits ingrained into me by various high pressure kitchens, so yeah, generally my work area is pretty good. So he gave me a 5, but I won't get a listing with a 5. I'll be exempt because people aren't coming to me to buy or consume. So yeah, that's all good. Obviously he had to fill out something on his little notepad, so I'm going to put together some checklists for cleaning and pest control checks, which we both agreed was ridiculous because it's just me, but anyway, c'est la vie. So yeah, that was a fun end to the day yesterday. So yeah, it was kind of all the work done today really. Created a few little bits and bobs to put in the boxes, the orders, the thank you, things like that. And then I actually took a nice long walk through town, which was nice. At lunch I played all of 10 minutes of PlayStation. It was supposed to be a day of watching movies and playing PlayStation. I got 10 minutes in, so that was good. And now off to get Bruce. Feel go and get the boys later. I'm off to play squash tonight. If the opponent's okay with it, I'm gonna try and record some of the game. Getting back into it after 20 years, and this body is not the one I had at 18. It's heavier, it's slower, it hurts. It's not as elastic. I tend to hurt something that takes about a week to recover every time I play, but I'm absolutely bloody loving it. It used to be my game of choice, my passion, until I was about 18. I had aspirations to turn pro, various reasons, you know, back then no one really supported me at all in any of my aspirations, even my family, so it was hard to kind of have a dream and follow it. So yeah, I kind of stopped playing, found women and booze, and that kind of got in the way a little bit, really. And then obviously chefing is not conducive to playing squash regularly, but now I'm back. I'm playing every week, at least once or twice a week. The old player's in there. I've just got to get a bit more nimble on my toes and stretch out a little bit more. But yeah, the shots are hitting the ball beautifully, so can't complain. But yeah, I'm nearly at Bruce's, so I'll check in a bit later. Cheers. Just picked Bruce up. Brucey, come and say hello before we get going. Fun day at daycare. Knackers him out twice a week. Gets him interacting with other dogs, although he still has an issue with certain ones. He basically has to be the boss of the puppy group, even though he's 4, because he has an issue with certain bigger dogs and certain smaller dogs, actually, and gets a bit dominating, shall we say. That's our Brucey. Little beauty.